I'm at the right hand elevation, rear. Obviously you can see we can't see the foundation because of ivy growing up. You don't want to remove ivy from walls. It's not a good thing to have it. It has little tentacles on the shoots, and they actually get into the brick and they'll break it. So a little bit of erosion at the front or right elevation, and that's due to the fact that we haven't got gutters. Moving to the front elevation. Soil levels are too high at the front elevation, and we have a tree growing right next to the foundation. That's not a good idea. I recommend they're taken out. They're only going to damage the roof when they get up there anyway. Foundation. We're now at the left hand elevation. And again we've got loads of bushes covering up the edge of the foundation. But so far it's looking okay, the foundation. You want to remove these bushes. They expirate a lot of water, and that will affect your foundation. Okay, the grading is next. Grading at the rear elevation. It's got good slope away from the building itself. Although these liners here can cause water to pool. Although yes, they've got gaps, so they're going to drain. Let's have a look at the grading around the right elevation of the property. We're at the right elevation. Grading is good here. Again, we've got trees growing up against the foundation. Front elevation, nice slope away either side, so it's going to drain and it slopes away from the house. Now, apart from the trees, not a good idea to have trees like this in the front yard. Although they are away from the actual house itself, which is good. So you never let the canopy up here grow out and over your roof, because that also means your roots are pretty well out that way anyway. This is the attic inspection. You can see here we've got a duct that's broken its support. It was supported by the ties. You can see they're broken there. Now it's hanging loose and touching the rafters. That should be re-supported. Gas supply pipe, here it is, on both units. The flexible tubing is actually passing through the cabinetry. That should be solid steel there, a steel tube, not a flexible tube. These cabinets can cut those, and you see here we've got wires passing through with no bushing. That can allow the cabinetry, sharp cabinetry, to cut the bushing. So on both units we have the same problem. This is the condensing coil area for the air conditioning unit, and you'll notice there's no safety pan. So if it does leak, it's going to leak straight through into the ceiling area, and it's the same on this side. No safety pan. This is window exterior wall inspection. What we're looking for is possible points of entry for water. Don't want water getting into your cavity wall. We've got one instance here, right down here, that needs to be corked. It's coming away, it's just weird. Corking never lasts very long. We're at the right hand elevation. We have a crack in the wall here. Yep, and there's a crack up here. That indicates a certain amount of settlement. It's very common in this part of the world, and it's due to the expansive soils. Now, more important than the crack is this area here. See this big hole? Gallons and gallons of water is going to get in there and into the wall system. You're going to get it all over the place. That needs to have mortar, be remortared. All the way around the house needs to have this fixed where you've got holes like this. Caulking all the way around the house on every window is inadequate. You can see it's coming away here. Water's going to be leaking in there. It's likewise here, big hole. Lots of leaks coming in there. So during rainy time, this wall area here is going to be soaked. It'll get gallons of water in it. You've got cracks in the mortar here, and they need to be sealed, repointed, otherwise water's going to get in. These columns should have these columns should have weep holes at the bottom of them. A pair of them here. Front elevation, still looking at walls, windows. Again, all caulking all the way around. Really, really important that that's repaired. At the left hand elevation. Wants to be recorked up here. All caulking all the way along here, and there's a damaged window screen there. Now We see weep holes over these steel lintels. Every steel lintel should have weep holes over it. Allows air to circulate, dry the area behind it. Otherwise warmth can accumulate there. The siding up here is deteriorating. It's just weathering. It's actually a little too close to the wall, roof. It should actually have a gap of about 2 inches. And the caulking over this step flashing here is in need of repair. Standing on the second floor at the rear elevation of the property, looking at the roof over the garage. Roof is fine. Roof is fine all over the house. Looks like a new one. However, there's no access into the garage attic at all. We're on the interior of the house. We're looking at the windows to see if there's any fogging going on, if the seals are broken. This seal here, you can see the telltale signs of mineral deposits showing up in this window here. So the seals are going on these 2 windows. So that's 2 windows with seals going. Seals going, that's 3, 4, yeah, the seals are starting to go on this one. That's 5. That one's okay. Yeah, seals are going on this window here, 6. It's a frosted window, so we will not be able to tell easily. Seals going on this window, 7. You can see it here. It's 8. Seal's gone on this one. 9. It's 9 windows where seals have gone. You've got to assume that the seals are going to go on all the windows, because once one goes, it indicates that they're all coming to the end of their serviceable life. Now, at the back of the house, it might not be so bad because the sun's not on it all the time. Okay, it's 10 windows where the seals have gone. We're running the heating at the moment, and we're measuring the temperature at the outlet. It's 111 and the ambient temperature on the wall is 61, so the heating's working perfectly. Okay, well, this air conditioning compressor is not running. We're going to see if we can find out why. I turned them both on inside. It's also at a very, very bad angle. It's going to cause the unit to prematurely wear. This is the isolator to run all the air conditioning units. You see we've got a hole here, it needs to be filled. It's going to allow water in, and we've got a broken conduit here. This water heater is getting close to the end of its safe working life. You can see here that the combustion chamber has been hidden with sealant. It shouldn't be done like that because it's got to allow air to get in there, and the air's been stopped going in. So this wouldn't have burnt very well. Let's take this out and see what we've got going in here. We've got a lot of rust in here. Oh yes, this tank needs to be replaced. It's in very poor condition.